Hello, Iris here. It's been a while. I think it's been like 2 years since my last video here, and I thought I would pick it up again. And for me to practice video and being in front of the camera, and besides that to practice my English, because I thought it was better to go in English for the people, my friends, that don't understand Dutch. So, and it would be good practice besides the video making, and for me to be in front of the camera and speak English somewhere. So when I talk to them, I hopefully can find my words quicker. So bear with me. It will take me some time sometimes to find the right words, and I will be just a bit awkward in front of the camera because yeah, I'm not used to this. I hope you will understand. I shall do a little introduction for the people that don't know me. My name is Iris, or Irish for the English speaking people. I'm a pet photographer from the northeast of the Netherlands. I mainly photograph dogs and Icelandic horses, and with the dogs I go on adventures with their owners. I take just time to relax and get to know the dog and their owner. Yeah, we go on a hike in nature and then I will photograph them. For the Icelandic horses, I will go on an adventure of my own. So I will go to their meadow and I will take pictures of Icelandic horses in nature, just to observe them and yeah, watch their natural behavior, sleeping, eating, playing, just show how they are, because I just love that breed. And in the summer I take pictures of Icelandic horse foals, especially when they're just like in the first 2 weeks, and with herds. And I love to photograph herds with more foals, seeing them play together and sleep. And I still need to make a photograph of a birth. I think I am doing this for like more than 10 years, and yeah, I unfortunately, that's a rough word, I never photographed the birth of an Icelandic foal, so that's on my bucket list of photographs I want to make. So I have a website. You can find me, my website and my work, if you want to see more of my work, on irisvanvelzen.com, and there's also a shop there. And I have a Facebook account, that's Iris van Velzen Fotografie, and my Instagram account is called Iris v Velzen. If you can't understand it, I understand. So I'll put the links for my website and Facebook and Instagram below. And if you want to chat, leave me a comment here or in my account there. If you really have important questions, then you can send me an email at info@irisvanvelzen.nl. That's the yeah. Sometimes on my social media it gets lost. I wanted to make this video about last year, 2024, and the photographs, my favorite photographs from that year, so my favorites that I made. I will go through them with the oldest to the newest, and I think it's fun to look back and see what I've done and see what are my favorites and what I like to do more of in the new year. So we'll have a look, and then I think you will see that it's not always the technical best photograph, but the photograph that speaks to me the most because of the feeling from that moment and the feeling from the picture, the mood, and if it portrays the character of the animal. Sorry, my words. How I see the animal, and if I got that right, and yeah, the feeling of that day or of that moment. And sometimes I have a challenge or a picture that I want to make, and if that did succeed. So I will go to the first photographs. Some photographs I will just put in the screen, others I have in front of me on my Icelandic horse calendar for this year. So the first photograph I think is in the calendar, so I think it's fun to just show you like this. I thought I had some more printed pictures on my phones that I have in the box, but I couldn't find them. I think I will find them after this. That's something I have. That's just, yeah, that's how it is. So the first picture, and I will put it at the screen as well, is this picture. It's, I hope you can see it. And I hope the colors will work out. Picture I made in Denmark. It's this picture, and it's a picture of the nose of an Icelandic horse, and all the snow that's in the like the hair, the nose hair, and I love the how do you say that word? Like aftekeningen. How the colors of the horse are around the nose of the horse, the colors on the front of the horse. So I love how that comes together like that. I was in Denmark. I have a Dutch pet photographer friend, now equine photographer, and she's moved to Denmark, Melissa Hogedorn. She and I photographed in the Netherlands together sometimes, and once a year we will go on a little like holiday or a brainstorming and yeah, just go together on some shoots and yeah, enjoy the places we are and talk about our businesses and our ideas for the new year. So this was last year, and I went to her in Denmark, and we did go on some shoots together. I photographed her on her shoots behind the scenes, and she photographed me on my kind of shoots and the behind the scenes, and we just photographed together. So that was a lot of fun. And we did go to a lady, Greta, I think she's called, and she has some beautiful Icelandic horses in Denmark, and she would let us just go to her herd and photograph them and just be with them and observe them. That was very kind of her. And yeah, we had I had yeah, the best weather that I wanted, because I wanted always wanted to photograph Icelandic horses in the snow, and here in the Netherlands we don't have snow, or it's like slush, or yeah, not that much. And that week we had snow in Denmark, so I was very happy with a beautiful herd of horses and beautiful location and snow. So that was very, very cool. And I made that photograph of one of her horses. So that's the first photograph I made. And the second one I made on that trip is with Tove. I photographed her 3 Icelandic dogs, and it was very fun. It was in the northeast of Denmark, at the coast, and I got to photograph her dogs. It was in the snow, very cold, and I will put like a photograph here so you can see it. It was like a happy, enthusiastic, I think you say, very nice, sweet Icelandic sheepdog, and she just yeah, she smiles in the picture, and I just love the connection and the yeah, her head and how she looks. So that's a very fun picture. The picture after that, I will have a look. I wrote everything down because my memory isn't that great. So I did a challenge last year. I did several challenges throughout the years, and this was the last one from Unleashed Education from Charlotte and Greg. And every year for 6 months we get like a brief for a photograph, and we have to deliver every 2 weeks. That's not the right sentence, but I hope you understand what I mean. We have to deliver a picture every 2 weeks with for that challenge. So some of the photographs I will show you here are from the I think it was we had like 3 years ago we had the Embark challenge. 2 years ago it was the Emerge, and last year it was the last series of challenges, and that was called the Empower. And I did some I got out and did some photographs for those challenges, so you will see them here, because yeah, there are some that that are my favorites now. So it's a good way to go out and try new stuff and just take action and practice. So I photographed some friends with our horses, because there was with their dogs, sorry, because there was a connection challenge to photograph the bond between dogs and their humans. And I had some people in mind that I just loved the connection they've got with their dog, and I wanted to see if I could capture that. Yeah, the feeling that I get when I see them with their dogs. And one of the friends is a friend of mine, Marion. She's a Icelandic horse trainer as well, and she has Philos. And I made some pictures of her with her dog, because Philos is getting older, and I thought it's very important. She has a picture of them together that shows their connection. So I will put it on the screen. And the other subjects, the other set that I photographed for that challenge was Renske with her dog Oliver, and he's a border collie, and she helps me a lot with all my crazy ideas. So when I have an idea, I can always ask her. I have some people that I can always ask, and that will work good with me and how I work. So Renske is one of them, and I photographed her a lot last year for different challenges, and besides that she helped me with my horses. So I love the photograph just because how Oliver looks at her and how she's looking at her dog. They have a beautiful connection, and yeah, there's just a little smile on his face, and I love that. And yeah, it's just I was very happy when I made this picture, so I put that in for the connection challenge for Empower. Oh, I went with a friend, another friend that wanted to help me for the pictures for Empower, and I had some different ideas that I wanted to practice with her. She had a neighbor's dog with her that that stays with her a lot. Swabber, he's a Labradoodle, and we went to a beautiful, how do you say that? Like a bit of kind of dunes, sand dunes in Drenthe, and we made some pictures there for a monochromatic photograph and for in depth. And I love the picture of Swabber because his expression. He was laying and waiting, and the other one, he's just like happy with the colorful yellow, how do you say that, Prem? With the colorful bush around him. Sorry if I can't get out of my words. I hope you will understand me. Okay, so I will put the picture in from the two pictures from Swabber, so you can see that. And then we had a really cool challenge that before we started, I had an idea that what I wanted to photograph. And I went on different shoots with different people to try this out because I had a very specific idea. And that's a problem. That's not a problem, but yeah. I wanted to get a very specific like expression and way how the dog moves, and it was an action shot, and it was a jump shot. The brief was for a jump shot, and to get the jump at the highest point. But yeah, to get a dog to jump on the right moment and to get him with the right expression. And I wanted to have him straight up and with the eyes to me, look straight in the camera, and just a cool expression or a cool jump. And we had a lot of good people that wanted to help me and a lot of very cool dogs. But yeah, because I had that idea, I was not easily satisfied with the picture. And then I went on a photo shoot with Sanne Marleen and her dog Isla. She's a very cool border collie dog who can do a lot. So yeah, they do a lot of like tricks together, and they have a great bond. And she has a own Instagram account. I will put in the show notes, the notes below, so you can look her up. But she's also her Sanne Marleen's assistant's dog, and she's just great. And we practice some different things together. So we practiced for this idea and some other ideas as long as it was fun for Isla. So she's a very happy, energetic dog. So she loved to jump. And from all the dogs that I practiced with for this jump challenge, I loved this picture that I will put in the most, because of the way she jumped and she looked at me and her expression and her body position. I will still practice this some more this year because I love to get more jumping dogs and more of the idea I have in my head, because this is a great picture. Great, there's always something to work on, but this is like the idea I had in my head, but not still not totally what I got in mind. So I will go out and I will practice some more, but I just love this picture of Isla. So this is one of my favorites as well, the jump shot of Isla. I will have a look. Oh, I went, yeah, there are there are a lot of empowered in this series of my favorite from 2024. So if you are a photographer and if you want to practice with your pet photography and dog photography and you want some help, the education from Unleashed from Charlotte and Greg and their challenges is a great way to get you to go in action and go out and photograph different dogs. So you can see in my photographs just to practice different stuff. Yeah. So this is something I will go out somewhere and practice as well this year because I just love this. I love photographing Icelandic sheepdog because I think of all the dogs, that's my favorite breed. I have one as well. She's called Mist. And I just want to photograph more of them and show you how great they are and how cool their colors, their expression, how happy and really nice dogs. So I wanted to for the group shot we had to do, the multimania shot we had to do for the Empower, to photograph a group of Icelandic dogs. The brief was for like I think 3 or more, and I think I don't know for sure how big the group was. I think there were 7, but unfortunately one of the dogs wasn't there or was on holiday, so I think, but I have to count it so you can see it in the picture, but I think it is a photograph of I didn't shot dogs, I photographed dogs. It's a photograph of 6 Icelandic sheepdogs or 7. Photographing multiple dogs is a challenge, and I like to photograph on a shallow depth of field, so that's a challenge as well because the dogs need to all be on the same distance from me, otherwise one dog will be sharp and the other dog will be more blurry, so that's difficult, but of course to get more dogs to be close together and stay and all look at me, that's also very difficult, I thought. And then I had a photo shoot with Christa Rieke. She's a Dutch Icelandic horse trainer, and she had a group of Icelandic sheepdog, not all from her but from her parents and from friends and her brother, I think. So it was a group that was used to each other, because when you put dogs really close together you want them to feel safe, so they need to know each other well, and we knew before we started it would be a challenge, but the dogs surprised us and just sat and did showed us, like modeled for me, like they did that all the time, just really cozy together in a row, all of them, and looking at me, very happy. So I was very happy with this shot, and I just I love Icelandic dogs, and I love that I could photograph them all together. So I love that worked out. So it's one of my favorites, and it's also, I think a lot of these pictures are also inspiration for me, or a starting point for photographs I want to do this year, because the favorites are pictures that I want to make more of. So the pictures that didn't work out I don't want to do, not always, some are just nice, but some of them I just know now, I learned from, and I know that's not my thing to photograph. Just like I would never photograph only people or a wedding, or so it's good for me to learn and look back and see that what's my favorite and what I like to do more of. And a lot of these favorites will be inspiration, I think, for me for this year, to go out and try more photographs like these with these subjects, or this kind of action. So that's nice. It's nice to look back and realize what you like and what you didn't like, and what you can do better. And yeah, so we will go on. That was a little tantrum, sorry for this. One of my favorite things to do, I talked about this before, is photograph Icelandic horses in nature, in a herd. And yeah, I love that when they are like in nature without like being behind the house, but really on a big nature field, or in their own valley or their own big space. So I went on some different shoots. Like in the beginning of the year, I did the herd in Denmark, in the big field, in the snow. And in the summer I went to Romania. I know it's not a country where you expect Icelandic horses, but there are some Dutch people that moved through Romania with their Icelandic horses. Many, I think 2008, but I'm not sure. And you can look her up. They're called Janneke, Janneke Vos and Ad de Groot. And yeah, Janneke writes and is a journalist. And they live in Romania, in Transylvania. And they have their herd, their horses, in like their own valley. It's very cool. Romania is very cool, very pretty. I've never been, and it surprised me. The nature is very beautiful, very green, with a lot of like the valley where the horses were had a lot of herbs and beautiful flowers and different nut and fruit trees. It was a very beautiful place to be. A lot of like insects and birds. If you love to watch birds and make photographs of birds or really beautiful wildlife, it's a really nice country to go to. Yeah, so yeah, it was really cool that I got invited by Janneke to come and photograph their horses. So I think I have some pictures in the calendar from that. So I will show you that. One moment, I have to look it up. My favorite of the days that I was there and the photographs I made there is this photograph. And yeah, I have some favorites, I have some more favorites I will show you. But it's about the feeling. It was very hot, or maybe not for you, but I'm not a person that likes hot weather. So I think it was around 35 to somewhere around 40 degrees there, but it was different. I was there like I think 10 days, so it was really hot, and I wanted that feeling of the beautiful green scenery and all the beautiful like the trees and everything, and the warmth of that day. I wanted to show that in the pictures, and a nice herd. And one of the horses that really draw my attention in a herd, there are always like with photographing dogs and horses, there are always horses you will, or I don't know how that's with other people, will photograph more than others, or will draw my attention more. And yeah, that's just I think the energy they will put out. And this is one of the horses I like to photograph there. She was very like interesting, very relaxed, just beautiful, and yeah, very proud, but with a lot of character. So it's this horse. I will show the bigger pictures on the screen, but I just love she was very interested in me, so she's close, and I just love the feeling of the warmth through the sun that comes through her, like her tail. And yeah, she's a beautiful a glowy golden color as well, and yeah, the golden color of the rising sun, because I always go out photographing around sunrise, so it was early and the sun was rising, and then you get a beautiful backlight that I love. So I just love that, and you see a little bit of the surroundings in the background. So, and she has a little bit of a glow around her. Yeah, I just love that. I will show you some more pictures because it was just lovely there, and these are favorites as well. Yeah, this was one of the other horses that I really liked. Yeah, they're just a really friendly herd, and they're really cool. That was really cool. I will put some more on the screen, but it was really my camera needs to work with me. That's really good for me to practice this. I hope you will see everything good. But yeah, it was a really nice adventure just to photograph these horses and got to see the beautiful country. And yeah, just watch these horses together. Just yeah, it's great to just get permission to be in a field and to just be with the horses and watch them, just observe them, and yeah, get to know them a little bit better, photograph them. Yeah, that's really one of my favorite things to do. So I will do that some more this year. I will go to the next photograph, and I started out when I started photographing dogs and horses. I started out at Icelandic horse events, and I don't do it that often, but last year I went like a little bit like we did years ago. I went with some friends to just for the, how do you say it, nostalgia of going on a little trip together. Some friends did ride on the competition, and we just went along for yeah, just a fun and being cozy together and really having fun together. So some of them participated. It was the Dutch Championships Icelandic horses. So I loved, yeah, I could not leave my camera home. So I love photographing some friends and just that they have a little bit like a, how do you say that? A reminder of how good they did, or just to look back at the pictures. And I had some fun practicing, like I really love practicing at the pace test, just to practice like for the people that photograph also the panning, so you can see Icelandic horses are really cool. And here in the Netherlands, I think some people that don't, how do you say it, don't ride Icelandic horses themselves ride the bigger horses, other breeds, really underestimate them, how cool they are and how fast they go. And I just always want to show in my pictures that it's a cool breed that's really, yeah, what's it, majestic, really like that they can be calm when they're in the meadow or in their paddock or just waiting for their test to start. But when the people go and ride them, that they're just really, they can be really fast and they can be really, they can change, and they go from a really relaxed, cool horse to a horse with a lot of character. They always have character, but with a lot of spirit and really fast, and they're just very fiery, and I love to show that, especially with the pace tests, just to show how fast they go. And I think sometimes I love to freeze the moment with their mane going, flying around, and their happy face and the face of the rider. I love to photograph that, but I also love to photograph the speed, so from the side with panning, that you can see the background moving. So I have a picture of my friend that won the pace test at the competition, and I just wanted to show, in the photograph, make a picture of her, just showing how fast she goes, and just her and her horse. And another friend I photographed more from the front, another competition, and I like that picture as well from her and her horse, because his happy face, and she's always smiling when she rides him, and he's really cool, really cool manes and a beautiful color. So I will put those pictures in as well, so you can see them. That was a little bit something different that I did last year, just for fun. Another thing I did, also to practice, it was too late for the Empowered challenges. I think when I did this shoot, the idea was to make one of the photographs for the Multimania, dus photograph with 3 or more dogs. But unfortunately, due to the weather, we didn't get to go in time. But I really wanted to photograph this trio of dogs because of their colors, and just because I loved the group with them together. So I went on a little photo shoot with these three dogs. Floor, Mila and Flip were called. They are flat coat retrievers, and we went to Drenthe to photograph them. I can photograph them there in the forest, and I can also, that's a place that I can photograph them in the water in action as well, and I love that. So there's a little a little lake where you can go with your dogs and horses, and where it's allowed to swim. So that's really good for me to photograph horses and dogs in action in the water, because I love that as well. This time we photographed the group of dogs just together, and I will put a picture in that I love of them. It's just a portrait picture of them together, and because they're really good with their owner, and they really listen very good. I understand that's not always the case, but this time they were so good together, and they listened so well that I could practice more on how to what works best in the group, if they're all sitting together, and which color and which dog would work best in the middle or on the sides, and what if it looks better if once or two are laying down and the other one is sitting or standing, and just we could play around with that because they just listened so well. Yeah, to all the owners that go out and do this with me, thank you for that, because for me it's very nice to be able to practice that. And this shoot with Frauke and her dogs, I could practice this well, and this picture is one of my favorites from that day. So yeah, I just love like the yeah, how they fit together with the colors and the poses and the connection with me. I always like that they look, yeah, if I want them to look at me, I want them to look straight into the lens. So I love that about this photograph. Yeah. I'm talking a lot, so I will take a little sip of my tea. I love this cool mug. I got this from a friend, Leah. Leah has Leah's shop. I will put them in the link below. And she has beautiful mugs and plates and pie shape, all with this and Icelandic horses and Icelandic sheepdogs on the how do you call it, ceramics, on the like on the mugs and everything, different motifs. Very cool. So if you want some cool mugs, you have to take a look at Leah's shop. She's always on some events here in the Netherlands and in Germany. She lives in Germany. Back to the pictures. One of the other favorites of mine is, I think I went to Belgium and I got to photograph Robin with her horses and her dogs. It was a really nice day, really cool. And she has some beautiful Icelandic horses, and she also has a cool dog, Canute. And she does some hunting with him, and they just are a great couple. And we did some photographs in the forest, and after that we went to the water to photograph Canute in the water, like going out and catching, how do you say that in English? Sorry. This retrieving. So I got to photograph him in action in the water, and yeah, photographing dogs jumping in the water is just one of the things I really love. So I really love this picture of Canute with his paws jumping in the water, going to retrieve something for his owner. So that's just, he's a gorgeous dog. So yeah, that's one of my favorites as well. We're almost at the end, just bear with me. I think there's just some pictures left. At the end of last year, I got to photograph at Terschelling again. I go here, I think this is like the first time I went. This was 2016, I think. I really love to photograph there. On the beach, photographing dogs and horses, but especially to photograph the herd of the prairie. It's from Marleen and Anne. It's Icelandic horse and Shetland ponies they've got. And in the summer you can go riding with them. Terschelling is in the Netherlands, in the north. We have how do you call it, the Waddeneilanden, dus islands in the North Sea, and one of the islands is Terschelling, and on that island Marleen and Anne have their stable with Icelandic horses and Shetland ponies, and you can ride there in the summer. For the children, there are ponies to go on a walk with, the Shetland ponies, and brush and just go with their parents. And for the more experienced riders and the adults, there are Icelandic horses. You can go on rides, so and you can go and ride on the beach and through the dunes and through the forest. So that's really cool. And in the winter they get their break, and they're in like they're grazing in the dunes. It's like with nature there, so they keep yeah, they get like different places they can graze to help the nature. And for the horses, that's a really good break, and they just look great in their surroundings. You can see that the colors of the horses are really cool in the dunes with the nature colors. That's really beautiful. So yeah, and I just love to photograph there and be on my own. Sometimes it's in the bigger places it's a little bit of a challenge to find the horses, but that's really good because I need to exercise some more. So but sometimes they're really good, like in hiding from me, and I will just watch them and observe them. And if they don't want to, want me in their near, how do you say that? They don't want me near them. I'll just let them be, and I'll just photograph the horses from a distance. Some horses think it's cool to come closer and just have meet up, have a little bit of a chat with me, and then go their own way. And if I'm there a while, I always want them just to go, just behave like they would, and ignore me and just do their normal stuff. And when it's really, really good, they just leave me alone and they'll just go and play and run and sleep. I just really love that. And the herd of the prairie on the Schelling is really, really a cool herd that really is good together, and they have fun together. And some of the guys always like to play together, so I like to photograph that as well. In these herds I also have a little bit of my favorites. So some horses you see more often on my photographs because they just like the attention, or they'll just really have a lot of character, and I love to photograph that. So in my calendar I will have a look through it, and I will find the photographs from the Schelling. Mist needs to chat. One moment, I need to have a little talk with my dog. It's good. We have a look at the calendar. There are also my favorite photographs in this, but I will have a look and really find the ones I like most, but I will just show you everything. I'll just love, like, I'm not a photographer that really has really poppy colors. I just love a little bit of monochromatic colors, really soft. I love like the more romantic feeling of the backlight photographs. I love not too hard of the shadows, so I love the light at the end and the beginning of the day. I love the colors of the furs of the pets that match with the landscape, so I love it when they're like the horses I will show you next, that they match with the landscape and they match with each other really well. So this couple is like, in Dutch we call that zilverapple, and I really am doubting how you call it in English, but I really love the grey with the light manes. It's really a cool color, and yeah, special color, but I just love it that they're fitting in with the surroundings that well, and I love that they're so close together. They were just a little bit, the back one was annoying, the front one. The back one is a mare and the front one is a gentleman, and she wanted to just, yeah, she was just teasing him a bit to go and walk and be faster. So and I think this time I love these playing guys, and these guys just is very funny because Gosse, he's called, he's a little the grey one. He's a character. He's really funny. I think he thinks he's a shire or something. He thinks he's really big, but he's the little guy, and he really has a lot of character, and he wants to play a lot. He's like a young guy. So and the older one is an Icelandic horse, and I think he's a bit older, and he's really a chill guy, but he just loves to play as well. This I saw him play with different horses. In this herd, they're just a group of guys that like to play a lot, and I think at the end of the day they have like a time that they're just going to play and run and be like crazy dudes. So it was fun to photograph that. So this is Asti with Gosse, and they're just playing around. I hope you can see that. I will put the picture, and I think I have a little movie. I will try to get that in the movie as well. So it was just a lot of fun to watch them interact and have fun together, just run around. This is just a picture of the horses, the group, and Wieke, one of the horses. So I will have a look, because I think there was another one from I just love when you're just going to find them, and you just spot them for the first time. And this time I had to walk a bit because I started and they were just on the opposite side of where I started and put my bicycle. So I did a lot of hiking through the dunes, and I was like a little bit like, where are they? I just couldn't find them. And when it's very windy, they find like a little hollow valley, so they're a little bit out of the wind, and for me harder to find. Thus I had the idea that I just was walking around them all the time, and they were just hiding from me. But this was the first horse that spotted me when I just spotted them for the first time, and I just loved how he looks in his surrounding. Like, oh, there she is, the crazy lady that's going to photograph us. So, and we have him, of course, wanting to play with his friend. So, these are the playing guys. I think that was it. I will put the pictures also in the video, that you can see them bigger. So, I think that was the last of my favorite pictures from the last year. Dus a conclusion for me is I just love to photograph dogs in action, and just love to photograph their character, the bond with their owner, and in action, in just like running and jumping and with water. So action is one of my favorites to photograph dogs. So I will do that some more in this year. And I also love like the connection with a group of dogs, and to practice more of the opposing groups of dogs. I learned from that from last year. And of course, I just love to photograph Icelandic horses. One of the things that I realized after going through these, that this was the first year I didn't photograph a lot of foals, Icelandic horse foals, and for some years now I will go every summer for my own project to photograph Icelandic horses. But also I always have some foals to photograph, and I really missed that last year. So for this year I will do that some more. But I also will do, my conclusion is also that I just love to photograph Icelandic horses. And for the people that know me better, they know that already. But I really love to photograph them just in nature and just to observe them and just be on my own with them. So I really love to go out on adventures and do that some more. Just photograph herds here in the Netherlands on the beautiful locations, but also outside the Netherlands. So I hope I can go, if I go on holiday to England, that I can photograph a herd there or other places. I one day hope to go back to Iceland again to photograph the herds there. So yeah, I will go out and practice some more, and hope I can photograph, make some beautiful shots this year of dogs and Icelandic horses, and make some fun things. I hope you will understand me, everything I said, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Yo, it's going well, not. Let me know. You can email me at info@irisvanvelzen.nl, or you can leave some comments below. I love to chat with you. And you can follow me on my social media channels. If you have ideas for me to talk about, let me know. And I hope you have a really nice day, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye bye.